Good morning, boys and girls. Today is Monday, September 30th, 2024. I cannot believe it. Tomorrow is October 1st. It is crazy how we are moving so fast. Boys and girls, our Patriot Pride life lesson for today is kind of all over the place for me. I have wrote down a lot of things. First of all, congratulations to our August, September Patriot Pride students. We still have one class that we have to get to today. I'll be posting and putting up those pictures in the hallway. And sending home those names in our newsletter. Also, just for a reminder, our next character trait for this month of October is trustworthy. I want you to think about that. We talked about it in each of the classrooms that we were in on Friday, but I really want you to think about what does that mean to be trustworthy. If somebody said, you know what, I'm thinking of this person, and I really think that I would say that they are trustworthy. What does that mean? What do you do if you're trustworthy? And then, boys and girls, just a couple of things. At the very end of this week on Friday, it's the end of our first 9 weeks of school. I cannot believe it. The first 9 weeks, that means you're going to get a quarterly report card, and it means next week we're going to have parent-teacher conferences, and your teachers are going to be working and talking to your parents kind of about your progress. How have you done this first 9 weeks? If you're not talking to your teachers so that you know how you've done, what they're thinking about your progress, maybe this week you need to take time and ask your teacher, well, what do you think? How do you think my first 9 weeks has been? What can I get better at? What's my strength in this? So I want you to think about that. Also, your parents might be asking you next week, what do you think? How was your first 9 weeks in kindergarten? How was your first 9 weeks in 5th grade? What do you think? So I want you to kind of be reflective on how you think you handled the first 9 weeks of school, and then how are you going to set a goal for the next 9 weeks, all right? For lunch today, breaded or glazed chicken drumstick, warm dinner rolls, seasoned corn, whipped potatoes with gravy, and chilled peaches. We have no birthdays today. Just a couple of reminders about this week. We have 5 full days of school this week. So I want you to think about that. How do you come prepared every day to be here, to be learners, to grow your brain? We will sometime this week, most likely later in the week, have a fire drill that we always have, an annual fire drill in October with the Crawfordsville Fire Department. Boys and girls, we do this kind of fire drill because they want to come and make sure we're doing all the right procedures. If the Crawfordsville Fire Department would need to come, like let's say they need to come and they need to know that we're doing the right thing. They need to know we're going to be responsive to whatever their needs are. So I want you to think about that. Let's see, I think we've got a 5th grade field trip this week. We also are beginning those I Learn checkpoints. I think 4th grade has a test this week, but I want you to think, boys and girls, as those upper grades, our 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade, as they do those checkpoints, if you see those testing signs, then please be respectful for them to be able to do those tests in a quiet environment. And the last thing I have on our list for today is just a reminder, boys and girls, we have been living and working and doing all the things in our building for 9 weeks. I want you to think about, how are you taking care of this building? It's not just Mr. Luke or Mr. Brad's responsibility to take care of the building, to do the cleanup. I want you to look around. How are you taking care of the bathrooms every time you walk into them? Because boys and girls, honestly, I've walked into the bathrooms. Sometimes maybe you're not taking such great care of them. I want you to think, how are you taking care of these hallways? How are you not touching everything that you see? How are you taking care of the cafeteria when you're in there? It's not everybody's responsibility to clean up after you, but how are you taking care of that? How are you taking care of the area in your classroom? Look around. What are you doing to make sure that this place that we live in 6.5 to 8 hours a day, every day, 5 days a week, sometimes we're here in this building more than we are at home. So I want you to think, how are we taking care of this place that we live in? Because boys and girls, it's up to us to make sure that this place stays as nice as it can for the next 9 weeks, the next 9 weeks after that, and the next 9 weeks after that, and the next years to come, okay? So I want to challenge you on that. Whew, Got a lot of thinking. I hope everybody had a great weekend. I certainly did. But I'm ready for 5 days of school. I hope you are too. So we're going to get ourselves focused and ready to go. Going to close those eyes, sit up straight. Take those 3 deep breaths in. Here we go. Deep breath in and out. In and out. One last deep breath in. Here we go. And out. All right, thank you, boys and girls. Can you join me for a moment of silence, please? All right, thank you. Please do the Pledge of Allegiance in your classrooms with honor. And boys and girls, the expectation here at Sommer always, wherever you are, on the bus, outside at recess, in the hallways, in your classrooms, in the cafeteria, how are you being safe? How are you being respectful to yourself and to others? And how are you being responsible? I hope you have a great day today and a great week.